Cthulhu. Cthulhu. Yo sento solo Cthulhu. Estás al lore. Μια μαλακία. Βιβλία που είναι. Αμάνα μου στρινιέν. Oh yeah. Μιλά μου βρώμικα.
What a putrid offering.
Έλα γε μου. Στον πούτσο είμαστε. Αμάνα μου. Βούρα. Έπαιχε έτσι βουρά. Ου.
Everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
I hate whiskey. Είμαι σίγουρος. Τα δεκαετία είμαστε ρε.
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Όχι, άφησε το. Έσπασε. Hello?
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
Ο ίδιος.
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
Νομίζω έτσι. Αλλά του δάμε ρε. Αν θέλεις να κάνεις. Αν μιλήσεις με κανένα έπιση.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will be up to date. And on a related matter, may I raise a sensitive question?
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license. Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might put you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, you do...
I'm coming.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrial.
Ωρε μαλάκα, πολλά χαγιά το. Δηλαδή τα στόματα του.
Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you
Καμία
simply a
σχέση ρε
deadbeat
μαλάκες.
idiot?
If you come to me, it means
Είναι για τον Πουτς.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl, she is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting. Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on
Tu
it.
pueblo nero. Okay.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin. Its strange beauty isn't enough to hide the feeling of dread it carries.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Okay.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Good shit.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
Oh, yeah.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is it?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You'll be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case.
Give me money,
I'll go to
bitch.
Darkwater.
Give me money,
The
money.
death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
Γιατί πρέπει πάντα,
Darkwater. I think I've got a
πάντα ρε
book in my
παιδιά,
mouth.
πάντα το ίδιο. Κάτι πρέπει να γίνει. να πάει στο γαμώσεις του.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then. All I have to do is go to the port. A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases. The Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top... I used to be an avid reader. Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Πάμε να δούμε. Άντε γε μου, πάμε! Εντάξει, εν του 2018 παιχνίδι, να πάνε ρε γάμο. Τα γραφικά είναι λόγια των Boots.
We're almost there.
Μόνο. Στον Μπούτσο είμαστε Μπούτσο. Call of Duty ρε κοπέκια. Κοχούλ. Ο Κοχούλου ρε κοπέκια.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload. Welcome to Darkwater Island.
Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
So, what wind brought you?
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
这还
A sad story
Ale?
we would all
Da
prefer
morfa?
to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You know what? Go have a drink of the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office. If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Okay.
Prohibition is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
Okay. Twist kan ni dia malah. Oh. Bor. Cầm ni spipagere Come ninja? Ah, oh ini. Non mi sa è katana tu. Esti semmo. Oi. Scooby.
Hey, be careful.
Come to show. Bellimo. Da fitro.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure rises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I prefer it that way.
Aku timui.
Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
Da xena poteri nero. Oi.
The Stranded Whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name reminds us of the golden age of dockwater, when our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why. Then, I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
Her style made her famous. How would you describe it? Torture?
Yeah, well, it wasn't normal. I mean, for a young woman with a child and all that. We saw them in the papers and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
So they made you feel uncomfortable?
You need to see them for yourself. Make up your own mind.
Her vision, was it so terrible?
Way I see it,
The truth is really a question of point of view.
What do you mean by that?
Do you still trust the truth after a bottle of whiskey?
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
Do you know where this place is? Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
The Hawkins warehouse. I see, yeah. If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors. Sailors from around here say you can hear noises coming from the warehouse at night. Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams?
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more. Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want.
Amana
Anything
mu.
else?
Aduh, seru tuh ya bodoh.
That'll be all for now.
Catture. Re. Prognare. Pura kamu zoom kamu tuh na. Ya tuh.
What you
Baby.
looking at, stranger?
I've rarely seen a woman who can hold her liquor so confidently.
What gives you the right to judge me?
It was a compliment.
So what? Let me drink, stranger. I told you to beat it.
Amma, Re. Dexter.
Do you like our song?
We're true sirens. We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
That's
Ikaw
true.
lang bala
It's a
orang malagya.
reminder of the time
Ikam.
when we were still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from
Ikam
here.
bro hit pers.
It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
It's a local legend?
Watch what you say, young man.
Ito
That
gilbit
catch
life.
saved our island.
Nas pasulemos.
Where's the proof?
Ito nam bochi.
We're the
Poflas.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
What report?
The one that's
So
framed
Mr. Facebook,
right
Instagram.
behind you. Our grandparents tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
Delicious motherfucker.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night, stranger.
So long.
Imanas. Pame. Pame. Mana mo lang. Those nightmares. Yeah.
Can hear things and voices whispering.
Hey.
Will follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness,
Ako re.
until it finds a new reader.
Diawol.
That's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a
Lumo.
book after all.
Ah.
Pure knowledge.
Ne. Boro. Sana ko.
And then he said, "You have no right to treat us like this."
And the doctor, what did he say?
He laughed.
My God.
You again.
That'll be all for now.
Nere. Bro nyare. Burada bir muhtit bulamere.
Charles Hawkins was a heavy drinker and a debtor. Interesting.
Posare. Skupić. Uy, ¿qué es eso, tiburón? ¿Ya su cara Josie?
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck. I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests. They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're...
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Agora não puto. Oi?
The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor. A souvenir from a more prosperous era. I guess this blackboard hasn't been wiped for more than 70 years. Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover. Broken. This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say about this woman cat.
Al algún baraje. Close the fucking door. De nejo idea.
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's you who lays down the law.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
Your manifests have been blacked out. They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
You mean that the dates have some meaning?
I'm surprised Charles Hawkins had goods to store, knowing that whaling stopped in 1847.
I see that you're interested in the history of our island.
Pavengala.
Indeed, maritime activities ceased altogether at the end of the last century. I imagine that the Hawkins family had other types of contracts.
But you don't know with whom?
No, it was none of my business.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look, it's right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely. Ship owners from father to son.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
Not at all. It's an episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on a wall of the stranded whale.
I found a threatening letter, signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any success?
I wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
Return.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Okay, bitch. Payına dur, hadi dur. Whoop. Speedrun.
Let the police do their work.
Fuck the police.
Can't you go any faster?
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
Don't put that beast back in the water, you shysters. You're crazy.
They're cops. They can't understand.
Fuck the popo. Fuck the police. Εγώ νομίζω να την κάμερα κουπαγιά μου. Μπορώ να κουτήσω. Whoop. Στον πούτς.
They can't understand.
Fuck the popo.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Μου μιλά κανένας, ρε κόκκιτς.
You live here?
Why did you do that, huh?
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah, we'll teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you, our beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to Darkwater?
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us, like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Okay.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Okay.
The two guys behind you. What are they guarding?
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Να δει τώρα, όπως μπορεί να έχει τίποτε, ξέρω. Κάτι για το στο άγαρμα που λάλλον. Δεν μπορώ να πηδήσω, ρε. Δεν μπορώ, ρε. Αν είσαι... Μπράβο ρε καθηγητά μου. Μπράβο ρε καθηγητά μου. Κλειστή.
Hello, old friend.
Αν να πάω στο δόκο. Δεν τα λέω κλείω το αναπτήρα, δώσω εκεί.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
Ναι, το αναπτήρα. Επάτησα όλα τα κουμπιά ρε κουμπά. Δέρτα. Να σου ξύλο. Ξέρω τι μπορεί και να είναι τώρα. Νομίζω έφερε ένα σκοτώ.
Well, well, look who's back.
Did you miss us?
I've taken enough of your time.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see.
Ήταν πολύ. Δεν είναι να κατσάσει κι όλο τώρα. Νομίζω να χρειαστεί εδώ. Γιατί δεν έγινε safe. Τι στον μπούτσο γίνεται ρε παιδιά. Πω μαλακά. Όχι. Να δευτερώσω τίποτε άλλο.
Did you miss us?
Λαγούν τα ίδια και τα ίδια, μαλάκα.
Is it Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Αχ, ρε. Ζώα.
No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you-know-who.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's a stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway. Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep it shut. What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaps. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talk. Go die of thirst.
I've got to enter the hall.
No,
I don't get...
No, we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
Cat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyhole.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
She redid the smile at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope you had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
Who do you think defaced the statue?
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors?
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
I bid you gentlemen farewell. If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
Well, look who
did you mean?
I have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business. What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us...
For sure. Bring us something to drink.
Look what I've got.
You're a good guy, you.
Puma la casa y el asume.
Cheers, jackass.
I don't feel well.
Hey, where are you going?
Say that again.
Empiezan,
No, it's not what you think. It's just that you shouldn't hide your hooch in a fisherman's.
Πού είναι τώρα?
Let's see.
Άντε παιδάρε μου. Έχει εδώ, easy.
Perfect. Oh, this place stinks.
Ποιος έκλασε? Πείτε μου τώρα ποιος
What is the
έκλασε.
connection between this place and the Sarah
You're a
Hawkins
baker.
case?
Άλλη πίντοσα τώρα. Μαλάκα.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
Α, ήταν πανάκριβα τότε, ρε. The fuck.
It smells as bad as it looks. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
Jadi Biasanya produk sarap kamu. Do that. Okay.
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! The Hawkins case is wound up. Let the dead rest in peace.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it. It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came to investigate the fire.
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene? Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way. Andrews,
Ya tiempo en Milano άλλος ρε. Αφού είμαστε ρωμένος. Τα είχα ότι γελάω μόνο που είναι μια πλευρά. Ωρε μαλάκα.
This case has nothing to do with you, Baker. Clear the passage or I'll shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
LOL.
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Ωρε μαλάκα.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the
Ra
mansion?
puta.
Who the hell are you? What were you doing on my turf? I've got my eye on you. We'll meet again.
Is it far, this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building?
Japan. Πάμε γάρο, entonces να πάμε Japan.
That's the Hawkins mansion. Come on, we got some driving to do.
Αφού εμπιστεύω. Όχι, που στο high class ρε μάλακα. Αν έχουν και αυτοκίνητα, πολλά μπροστά. Esther Madness, okay. Αν ήταν που το έκαμε πελέι, εδιάσαινε. Οχ, απογορεύεται να βλέπω αυτήν την λέξη, sorry. Τον πήδηξε. Η πούτα. Το μόνο κανονικό σπίτι σε όλο το νησί. Και πήρε φωτιά ρε κοπές.
The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is. Are we gonna take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Έχω πολλές, εντάξει, κατούρι.
You won't get me to believe that it looked any better 3 months ago.
It's a very old building, you know? Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
Huh. It's really that old.
Come on, let's leave the stories of the dead alone. They've nothing to do with your case anyhow. Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
Ναι ρε πριχτή, έχω.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
Ναι, πρίχτη. Θα σου πω όλα.
He's clearly not doing any gardening.
You know, Silas Winchester has been working for the Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like his son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family. So he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
Could he be a problem?
Strictly speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though, he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age. A true force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go. Right?
Night falls quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Okay. Έτσι είναι βερπάδα. Τι είναι αυτή?
Bradley was right. This place is much older than I imagined.
Πω, 1690. Ζήλικο. Οκ. Πουλάκι. Πω, μαλάκα. 1880.
Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over
Μην
the
μου κάνεις
Hawkins
το έργο,
family.
μπαρ.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So, Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged?
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The old caretaker must be very attached to her. Poor kid.
Viene, volevo spessare, come basta. Ok, vai me sospirando. Spitar nama lagi. Lagi. Sag main koko. Tu genitara malaki sem dume manella. Po malaka.
This entrance is still in use.
Okay.
Whoa! You were trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them! Dump them into the ocean!
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last one left.
You don't know how right you are. Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident. But Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
Webster is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants to restore the reputation of his daughter. I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
No one lives in the mansion, and you don't take care of it anymore. If you have a good reason to be here, I'm listening.
There's vermin. I keep an eye on it.
Vermin?
Yeah, that's it. Vermin.
Right. This is what we're going to do. I go inside, and I promise that I'll hunt vermin. Okay with you?
I'm not sure.
If there's nothing else to fear, you can give me that key.
Right. Take the key and do what you have to do.
Ευχαριστώ,
Go on,
φίλε.
then. Just to get rid of you.
Let's see what more I can learn from this mansion.
Προμιάρι. Πού είδαμε. Τα ωραίος ο φάρος. Οχ, κάτι βρήκα. Άτε ρε μαλακές. Μπορώ...
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes.
Πριν λίγο με βοήθησε και ύστερα αν πω στο του. Οκ. Ήταν ποντούρο πουρά.
I know a thing or two about solitude myself.
Ένιωσε τίποτε ρε παιδιά. Μαλάκα πολλά creepy τόπος.
Pierce, shall we? Now that you finish your fun and games with Silas, we can perhaps inspect the mansion.
You're right. Let's go. Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Chapter 3, yeah, baby.
Follow me. I know the place. Who left this light on?
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Έκανα teleport, motherfucker. The fuck is that? Huh?
What kind of meat is this?
The fuck? Οχταπόδι. Oh.
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins. The boy was probably here, smashed his plate on the floor. Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched? Something happened at this table. An argument?
Εν το φαΐ ρε μαλάκες. Πέλανε τους με φαΐ. Τσούδι. Λέξουν και να υπάρχω.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
Δεν βλέπεις πουτσα χωρίς το απτήρα.
Silas managed to bring the fire under control, but it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Πήρα μόνο στο πέλε. Α, έχει και πόδο.
Charles and Sarah's wedding was painted by Sarah herself. Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer? Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
destruir.
They had a fight. Did it stop at the time of the fire? The child's corpse left a trace. Where did someone escape the fire? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker?
Speedrun.
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
Perché lo può dare? Per cambiarlo. Che sono intruso?
If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
Fascismo lo tipo potere.
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident. This was a fight. Someone fell here. A desperate attempt to flee. And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
I think that some of your colleagues should turn in their badges. This room is bursting with evidence that seriously contradicts the official inquiry.
Well, of course, Mr. Holmes. Like what?
I found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Well, that must have been a loss for you.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
That's pretty thin. Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
Without your authorization? By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
It would seem at least one person fled the crime scene.
What'd you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die in the flames as a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, baby.
I firmly believe this fire was more than just an accident.
Huh. What's your theory?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Al cruzar. The fuck? Ew. That's good.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything.
Ah, tiene malagues.
If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
Nyadu ya, hija. Nyadu ya.
This door is locked.
¿Dónde calle?
These bandages are covered in dried blood. The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person.
Oh, eres malaca.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty. This door is blocked from the outside.
What's the name? Katiga. Ni ali mu dekhin. Okay, ano rin μπορούμε να πάμε. Ναι, αλλά να με βγάλει με το πράγμα, αλλά πατώ το και έγινες και δε. Είδες, τώρα έφυγε το πράσινο, το σκάτω. Το είχα πω ένταμε τούτο. The fuck. Αφού είπε παντού, δεν έχει τίποτα.
The lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty. An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein.
Πόσο ρε?
1818. Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This place was falling apart long before the fire. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music. What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities? A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century. Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692. A book on hunting whales, the island's staple diet last century.
Okay.
One of Sarah Hawkins' paintings. Her style sure is recognizable.
Νομίζω για την νεκροκεφαλή που. Αλλά για τον πίνακα που λέει.
20,000 Leagues Under the Sea.
Oh yeah, baby.
A story about the mysteries of the deep.
Ούτε καν. Okay.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Fuck the papa. Sorry, bro. Oh.
Locked.
Ati. Penuda lei.
The boys' room. A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world? Tom Sawyer. Mark Twain. Sarah must have read it to him before bed.
Sarah. Sarah. Shura. Shura.
Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
Oh, Slenderman. Professional Slenderman. Tutto si ora in the space. Necromorph. Dove salvende? No Slenderman. Katara.
What nightmarish vision could have inspired them? Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
Boy. Questo un God of War. Boy. Boy.
The argument that led to their tragic end seems to have been simmering for some time.
Ay, tú eres malaca. Dax, zapao piso. Por una prisa. Ya, pierni para panora, pues ni diré. Yes, I do. Oh, yes, I do. Uf, calle. Dame hecho. Tu duermas like, boy. Ettore.
A crowbar. Could prove useful. This door is blocked from the outside.
Mica sei teaser. Allora, puffla sposa si pusere puffla. Pantofla.
If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects.
Tu vezi na mono? Oh yes, I do. هذا سنهزه من دوغ ارغمس. Sibeh nikia impullo bezas poder nikia. Oh, me casi yiti. Un pollar esco, un pollar go. Ser.
What will her room reveal about her?
Un pollar chill. Un pollar chill pues. Whoop.
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated resorting to such a treatment.
Oh yes, I do. Close. Adios la mera kopeggiamo. Idziemy katury na mówi. O? Mono tu due sciapi. I meccathilites. Oh yes, I do. Dax, alla chapter non mi sento piace con la gala. Atere καθηγητά, φάκτορα.
Perfect.
You are a perfect. Some boots in there.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? Looks like a revocation ritual. Was she trying to invoke something or banish it? Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life. This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Oh, μαλάκα, πολύ χρήμα παίρνει.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other.
Τι στο μπούτσο είναι τούτο. Θα το σχολιάσει ρε κοπέκι.
Bradley? Is that you?
Hello?
Is anyone there?
You! Fuck.
Stop!
Stop, you piece of shit!
Bradley, did you see which way he went?
Who? I didn't see anyone. I just heard
Pobre malaca. En tiflas.
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far.
Θέλω να δω πάνω όταν που έσαι ρε μαλάκα. Oh yes I do. Παιδιά, μην έχει τίποτε ρε μαλάκι, σβητά. Ξέρετε, γράφει πάνω πρέπει να πιω τον άλλο, φίλο. Τώρα μ' αφήνει να κάνω να μιλήσω. Superman'e Singi Prodora. Hepsi var. Bu Robert'le
cover
falan.
you.
Ne?
This door was closed earlier.
Where did he go?
As if the bookcase has been moved several times.
Do you really think that your fugitive
It looks like an old Seaway map.
came in here? I don't see any way out.
يا ريس افتح.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photo. It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why. The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor. This panel is movable. Cogwheels. They must be linked to an opening mechanism. Probably a secret passage. I must find a way to activate the opening mechanism. Great. I managed to force the gears. Looks like I've triggered something.
Well done, Pierce.
With this, I should be able to force the gears.
Hey, come on. Piston boots. Vorrei usare.
Secret passage under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Yeah. And he had a direct means of entry to the 3 seats. Did Charles Hawkins use this place? Who were the others? What is this mask supposed to represent? Whatever Charles Hawkins hid here, he didn't want it in his house. This piece of cloth is unmistakably from a dress. Sarah Hawkins. Was she hiding from someone? Whoever was sitting here could have seen Sarah Hawkins. Could this be related to her death?
Warrior, my life.
This padlock is too complicated for me.
poco de geles.
Of course.
And something tells me that the key is climbing these steps. There's tunnels all over this island. Given the size of this cave, there's gotta be other entrances.
The passage continues further down. Might as well start with that.
I ain't gonna squeeze in there. I'll find another way. If possible, I prefer not to ruin my uniform.
Fine, fine. Go look for another entrance. I'll try my luck down below.
Amen.
These paintings must be several centuries old. This monstrous creature must be an allegory. These people lying down, are they dead? Are they asleep? These buildings seem to have come out of the water. Time has weakened these structures. I don't have time to search them all. What's going on here?
Pierce!
Keep your voice down. We're not alone.
Good God. What have you got me into?
We'll see. I'll go on. Try to go down on your side.
Yeah, there's a passage. I'll meet you at the bottom.
Bitches. Ah, he's doing it. malla kan biraan deegamsa skaatare malla. Yani şey yerizim.
A table for sacrifice?
Oh
God. I got it.
Arre, Doniro.
Oh, I can't breathe. What's happening?
Is it my turn?
Yes, it is time. You will soon be one of us, if your body and mind are ready.
I dream of it every night. I have constant visions. I am ready.
Good enough. Prove it to us.
It's like in my dream.
Uh-huh.
It seems to have been used recently. Probably some sort of ritual.
You who sleeps, accept this dreamer under your immortal wing.
Ya Cthulhu Nithsiha Fitag.
Grant him your flesh and accept his, so that his body and yours may be one.
Locked.
Grant him your mind and accept his, so that his mind and yours may be one. Grant him your dreams and accept his, so that the paths of your souls find...
I feel him.
You are gifted indeed. Not another word. Let him pass through every part of you. All you who sleep, we pray for your return into the kingdom of the earth. Bring me more sacred flesh.
Dead? This ritual killed him. Where's the sense in that?
We are ready for the ceremony. What about your protege?
His awakening is complete. He will join you shortly.
Ada na guma, banda guma. μου την detective και λένε και ένα πιστόλι ρε. Ο ψεύτης.
Bradley, what are you doing here? I saw two odd-looking guys coming down. Seemed up to no good. What in the world is this?
An intruder!
Oh, shit! Don't move! Police! Don't move! I won't hesitate!
Bradley, get back!
So,
Get back!
you asked for it! Charles, you shouldn't have seen this.
It's all caving in. I need to get out of here.
Μάνα. Λίγο άξιο ρε κοπέλες. Επιτέλους.
My leg!
Μου έφυγα έξω. Είμαι καθηγητής. Ουχ. Κάποιος εσπούρτησε.
Light! At last.
Είναι πιο πίσω ο άλλος αστυνομικός. Όχι. Α, οκ. Ζωντανός maybe. Παίζεται 50. What the fuck?
He's having a seizure.
You will survive. Strong subject.
Opening his eyes.
You saved him, Fuller.
I can't get up.
Don't move, Pierce. You can certainly say that you gave us a scare.
What did you do to me? Undo these straps!
Whoa! Go easy, my friend.
Your dad. He killed you.
Are you sure he's better?
He was dead. Me too, we were dead. What are you doing?
I'm sorry, my friend.
What? No!
Poor Belle. Non ce ne viene tipo di cosa fa. Anyway, non bisogna che sono lì fuori, che picchiamo. Magari la sera sente, la sapume. Bye.